Now back to Holistic Healthline, your direct line to good health.
And welcome back to Holistic Healthline, your direct line to great health. I'm Jane Jansen with Peter Morrell and Dr. Wim Jansen. And who doesn't have stress today? But it's even amped up even more. I didn't think it could possibly get more amped up, but it just seems like everybody is so stressed out and trying to figure out, what they can do. They're getting sick. They're sick like 3 and 4 times with the flu, and all this stuff is going on. So we decided, hey, let's tap into our reserves here and bring on some experts that, an expert that can help us out with this. And joining us today is Hugh Woodward. He is the president of Health2Go Incorporated, the makers of Twist 25 DHEA cream, the best DHEA supplement cream made today. The company Health2Go is based in Houston, Texas, making science-based anti-aging supplements. And Hugh has a Master of Science in Health Administration and has researched DHEA for more than 10 years, in particular the medical research studies regarding DHEA. Hi, Hugh.
Hi, Jane.
Welcome back. We've talked a lot about DHEA in the past and for various health concerns. Want to talk a little bit about it in relation to stress today, but first, for new listeners, people who may have just, started tuning into Holistic Healthline, what is DHEA?
Well, DHEA is an acronym. It's short for dehydroepiandrosterone, which is a naturally occurring prohormone or hormone precursor that we make. It occurs really only in humans and upper-level primates, but it is a foundation for about 50 different hormones in the body. All of the estrogens and androgens use it as a base or precursor. It's a large carbon chain molecule, and depending on which carbon chain comes off of the molecule, you get all of the different downstream hormones. So it's very pivotal in how we feel, because our hormones are the chemical messengers in the body, if you will.
Morning, Hugh. It's Peter.
Hi, Peter. How are you?
Good. So, how many hormones are there?
Well, there are about 50 different hormones in the body. There are actually some that are even higher on the chain than DHEA. So it would be about 60 or 55, because you've got above bigger molecules than DHEA are pregnenolone, hydroxypregnenolone, and so those, and progesterone is side by side to DHEA. So those are not, the DHEA is not a precursor to those. But other than that, most of them all of our sex hormones are down the line from DHEA.
We think about hormones, and that's what we immediately think about is sex hormones. But hormones, I mean, how many different functions in the body do hormones affect?
It's incredible in terms of how our mood, our muscle tone, our fat buildup, our sleep at night, bone strength. Yeah, it's a myriad of different things that hormones control in our bodies, including what Jane was talking about. When we're under a lot of stress, we make a hormone called cortisol as a defensive mechanism. It's an inflammatory response. When the body senses danger, it builds up a defense, which we feel like is, people feel bloated. They feel lacking of energy. They feel just not sharp. And cortisol has that effect. And if you're in a very stressful lifestyle, day to day, with work, school, the kids, oh God, got to take this, got to do that, got to go here, there. People are under chronic stress every day, and so their bodies are making. What happens is in life we're making all, as humans, more and more cortisol as we get older and older. With DHEA, which counterbalances cortisol, very important. It's the only thing in the body that counterbalances those inflammatory effects of cortisol. With DHEA, we make more and more DHEA to about the age of 25, and then we begin to make less and less each year, and we make about 2% less DHEA each year thereafter. And so by the age of 35, people start to notice they don't have the drive that they used to, the go, and then by age 50, they're making half as much as they made at age 20 to 25 when they were in their prime, in their reproductive prime, feeling their best. And so we're making more and more cortisol, less and less DHEA, and usually about the age of 50, there comes this crossroads where we're making too much cortisol, not enough DHEA to counterbalance it. And so we have these symptoms that people call adrenal fatigue or adrenal exhaustion.
So it's not just the amount of DHEA, but it's this balance between the cortisol and the DHEA.
Yeah, that's right. It turns out that research shows that when you're really feeling your best, your DHEA to cortisol ratio is about 10 to 1. So if you get a lab test run and test for your cortisol level, test for your DHEA level, you want to have a ratio of about 10 to 1 DHEA to cortisol. And most people that are feeling washed out, like they gain weight too easily, little interest in sex, these are all symptoms of what is known as adrenal exhaustion or adrenal fatigue. There's a really good article about it that Dr. Christian Northrup wrote. You could look that up on the web, but really interesting article that she wrote about it. The key is that when you use DHEA to help with your DHEA to cortisol ratio, you want to use DHEA the right way. That's pivotal.
And so I mean, there's so many products out there in the market. What do you mean the right way?
And I find that a lot of them are in pill form.
Yeah.
You don't. That's predominantly you look up DHEA, and that's predominantly what you see is all these bottles containing DHEA pills.
Yeah, that's right, Jane. And they're very inexpensive and quite available. And people take the pills and they go, God, I'm not feeling anything here. This is not doing anything for me. The reason is that when you take it as a pill, DHEA is a large molecule, so the body has a kind of a defensive mechanism known as the first pass effect of the liver, such that when we ingest something orally, the blood from our gut goes through the liver first. That's the first place that the nutrients go through the liver, and the liver filters out DHEA because it's too big. It's a large molecule, looks like it might be a dangerous protein. So most of the DHEA is eliminated in what's called the first pass effect of the liver. And then what does increase in the bloodstream is DHEA sulfate. And DHEA sulfate is not bad, but it doesn't serve as a precursor to all of these sex hormones that we're talking about, which are what actually make you feel better. When you use it as a cream, you are putting it someplace where it occurs naturally anyway. And so the dermis, the largest organ of the body, you apply it on thin, hairless skin and rub it in. It takes about 10 or 15 seconds to rub it in between your arm and your side. And you absorb it gently through your skin, in your skin, and actually process it in your skin. And when you do that, you're delivering free DHEA to the body, and you can actually feel it take effect and really work for you to change how you feel from all these stresses that you're talking about, all these different things that we feel as we get older. The menopausal symptoms are very widespread for women. Common things we hear, are, I'm so scatterbrained, or I get hot flashes, and I can't concentrate like I used to. I can't sleep at night. Those menopausal type symptoms, and men get those too,
which adds to everybody's stress. We're going to take a quick break, Hugh. When we get back, talk a little bit more about, again, what are some of the benefits besides helping with stress that we can get utilizing DHEA, because the cream, Twist 25 DHEA cream, because it's an awesome product we've been using for quite some time in our practice and getting great benefits from. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Holistic Healthline, your direct line to great health, and we'll be back in a moment with Hugh Woodward of Health2Go.
Now back to Holistic Healthline, your direct line to good health.
Welcome back to Holistic Healthline, your direct line to great health. Snappy music, Peter. We're speaking with Hugh Woodward, who is president of Health2Go Incorporated, the makers of Twist 25 DHEA cream, which is the best DHEA cream out there. We can tell you personally. And Hugh, again, there's so many different benefits. We've been talking about stress, but I also want to throw in some of the other benefits that so people know they're getting more than just dealing with stress. I just a study came out in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that men with low levels of DHEA in the blood run the increased risk of developing coronary artery disease. And they found that actually high DHEA levels are also a biomarker of generally good health in elderly men. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a great article. I'm familiar with that, and what they found is DHEA is if you've got a higher DHEA level, you're basically at a reduced risk of death from all causes. That includes, a lot of people are afraid of DHEA or taking any kind of a DHEA supplement because they think, oh, well, it might increase my risks of cancer. No, on the contrary, they thought that for a long time, and doctors would say, well, it might increase your risk of prostate cancer, or it might increase your risk of breast cancer. But what they are actually finding is that the reverse is true. And that goes for, like you say, cardiovascular disease. Well, cardiovascular disease is the number one killer in not just the United States, but the world at large. It is for men, the number one cause of death is death by heart attack.
As well as for women.
And for women. And for women, it's actually, the first symptom that is felt by many when they've got heart disease, for women, it is death, sudden death. Well, that's not a real good symptom to get. So you want to prevent it. You want to stave it off. You want to maintain good health. And turns out that DHEA is a really important thing to maintain to do that, because it helps in the formation of epithelial cells. And epithelial cells are those cells that line our blood, that our blood vessels are made of. And so the elasticity of your blood vessel walls is improved when your DHEA level is higher. And that's why they believe the anti-inflammatory effects and the blood pressure ameliorating effects of DHEA happen. and it's very good news. Now, they've done the studies particularly on older men. There was a study you're talking about. I believe it was on men aged 65 to 75, if I'm remembering correctly. And they need to do it on the broader population and on women, but there's no reason to expect that it would have any different effect on women as men. So.
And
yeah.
Hugh, before we kind of delve a little bit deeper into DHEA, want people to know how to get in contact with your company if they have further questions or potentially to order the Twist 25 DHEA cream from you. Don't know if you had a special or anything going on.
We do. We have a Holistic Healthline special, which you can get Twist 25 by going online. You can look for Best DHEA, and you'll find us. But we have a website called twist25.com, which is the product website. Also, DHEAcream.com offers the same Twist 25 DHEA cream. And it is also possible to phone us. You can call toll-free at 888-489-4782. Now, if you are driving in your car, don't have a wreck trying to write down the phone number here. Just remember 888, the number 4, Twist 25, and just spell that out on your phone. TWIST, the number 2, the number 5. 888-4-TWIST-25, and you will get us by phone, and that's toll-free. But we do have a special deal for Holistic Healthline listeners where if you get a 3-pack, you get $15 off. So that's one suggestion, which is a really good savings opportunity. And then on top of that, put in the coupon code HOLISTIC, just lowercase letters, the word holistic, like the radio show, and you will get another 15% off. So that's another $20.25 that'll come off
awesome.
The price right away.
That's
very good.
Wow. I'll have to take advantage of that one.
So all of you out there listening, you know, we're talking chronic stress, which affects a huge percentage of the population, men and women. We're all dealing with stressful situations day in and day out. Chronic stress raises cortisol levels, lowers DHEA levels. That beats you up in multiple ways.
And they're actually finding this in younger people now, that it used to be because there's so much stress, even as teenagers and younger, that the DHEA levels are even lower than what they used to be. And so leaves you open to developing all these chronic health issues.
So help your body deal with the chronic stress. Get on the Twist 25. Use it every day. The 3-pack, I think, is a great option because
it takes about 3 months.
It's about 3 months worth, depending on how much you're using.
Mm-hmm.
And
we recommend a squirt in the morning and a squirt in the evening, generally for people that are just starting to try it. So,
and that,
FYI.
And I can tell you from personal experience, 3 months is going to give you a really good idea. You're going to see the changes in your. There are going to be some changes that start quicker, and more changes that continue to. You'll feel more changes the longer you take it.
And I can tell you, there's so many other benefits that we don't even have time to talk about. Studies showing that women tend to be, as they get in menopausal years, tend to again be very low in DHEA levels, and when they increase the DHEA level with, again, using topical cream in conjunction with a good bone formula, decrease the risk of spine fractures by 30 to 50%. That's huge.
Yeah,
Yep.
Bone strength is real important. Bone strength, cardiovascular health, as we said, right? You also improve or reduce your risk of cognitive decline, dementia. Everybody's afraid of that as we get older, that we lose our mental capabilities. You want to stay sharp. You want to stay focused. You can do that better with DHEA and keeping your DHEA levels up. Just so many different benefits that we could go through. It's sleep at night. Peter, you noticed that when you started using it, right?
Very quickly. I think it was about day 3, which, maybe some people won't see results that quickly, but I remember very specifically about the third day of using it, and I woke up one morning and I went, wow, I haven't slept that well, and I can't even remember when I slept that well.
Yeah, and sleep then, when you get deeper REM sleep, which is what's happening, when your DHEA level's higher, you get deeper REM sleep. When that happens, your body recharges in not just hormonal ways, but mentally, and you're more focused when you wake up. You've got more energy. You just feel better in general, and then that happens again the next night, because then when you've got more energy during the day, yes, you go exercise and you do the things you should to maintain your health. So it builds on itself over time.
And we found in our practice that people who have been using the Twist 25 DHEA cream for a long period of time, we usually suggest take a week off every few months just to maintain the absorption and the utilization
Make
of
your
it.
body do a little bit on its own.
Kind of re-kick, kind of restart the system. Unfortunately, we're running out of time. Hugh, can you give out that information, the telephone number and the special that's going on? Yeah,
you can go to the website, twist25.com, and or you can call us at 888-489-4782. And operators are standing by. I will also be answering the phones as much as I can to answer anybody's questions. But we're here to help, and there's so many good things that this does for you, and it doesn't have any dangerous or harmful side effects. So that's always pleasant to hear when you hear these drug commercials on TV.
And Hugh, once again, what's the coupon code?
Oh, it's Holistic. Just like the name of y'all's radio show, Holistic Healthline. It's just the word holistic in lowercase letters, and you'll get an extra 15% off. The best deals are if you get the 3-pack or the 12-pack, and then apply that % off on top of the quantity discount, so you'll get a double whammy savings that way.
Well, thanks so much, Hugh. Unfortunately, got to let you go because we're almost out of here. Talk to you soon. And again, everybody, if you didn't get that number, call the Tree of Life Wellness Center at 508-336-4242.
Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate it. We're here every week. Go to HolisticHealthline.com. Check out Jane's blog while you're there. Thanks to all our producers up and down the East Coast, especially Heather and Ethan today, who did an outstanding job. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.